So you're busy finalizing your customized KnowledgeSmart assessment and you're wondering just how does the scoring system work. Let's run through a couple of options that you have available when, drafting your own question or perhaps editing one of the KnowledgeSmart library questions. So the provide the answer area is normally found in step 3 or 4 of the draft question wizard. So here we are looking at step 3 and it is giving us the correct answer there. Have a look there. We have an option to say, is this answer numeric? Now we can see that specific answer is not purely numeric, so we're going to leave that one unticked. The second option is, do we want to apply case and whitespace variance? Now, this is where the recipient is asked to enter an answer in free text format. Say, for example, they did not enter capital KS, but left it as a lowercase. Because this option is ticked, they would still be receiving a correct score. Say, for example, they added an additional space between KS and 871, then they might still receive a correct score because whitespace variance is applied under this option as well. Now notice that when you tick case and whitespace variance, the percent score option becomes available. So just look at that again. If we have that option unticked, this area becomes grayed out. And when we have this option ticked, we have this percent score area become available. So this is giving you an option to say, if the recipient did not apply the correct case or perhaps add an additional space, do you want to still award a full score, i.e. 100%, or do you want to penalize them? Maybe you want to change that to 75 if they did not adhere to those guidelines, perhaps that you provided in the question wording. So you do have a bit of flexibility here in terms of how you want to treat this type of question. Now let's take a look at another type of question. This is a pick from a list type of question. So they're asked to select the correct options from a list of options. So in this case, you have the option to apply partial scoring. Why is this? The recipient might get 2 out of the 3 options right and the third option wrong. Do you want them to receive 0 for that question, or do you want them to receive a partial score for the options that they did get correct? So if you prefer the second option, then make sure that apply partial scoring is ticked or selected. Or if you feel that they really should get all the options correct, then you can also untick this option. In some cases, like true or false questions, you will notice that there really is only one option. So in other words, if the answer should be true, this option should be ticked, and if they find the answer should be false, then this option should be unticked. Notice here that there is no flexibility in terms of how the score is awarded. Lastly, let's take a look at a question where there is a numeric answer. So notice firstly that you have this option called numeric, which should always be selected or ticked if you see that the answer is purely in numeric format. The next option is called allow variance. Now say, for example, you requested the recipient to enter their answer in 3 decimal places. They go and enter 15.791. You feel that is very close to the correct answer indicated, so they should receive a score. In this case, you can add allow variance as an option. Here you need to enter 2 variance parameters. So let's put the low variance perhaps at 0.699 and the upper variance at 15.792. Once again, you get an option to say if they show a different answer but within the variance range, do you still want to award a full percentage score, or do you only want to give them a partial score? So leave it at 100 if you want to apply a full score, or penalize them by taking some marks away, for example, maybe make it an 80 if they showed some variance in their answer. The precision hint option just gives the recipient of taking the assessment a precision hint, a slight hint in terms of how many decimal places should be entered. So that is something that you can tick if you want to provide additional assistance to the group that is taking the assessment. Just one more thing that I just want to highlight is this help area here on the right hand side of the screen is always useful when wanting to look for a bit more detail on how scoring works. So here we have another type of question, and we can see here there is a short explanation of case and whitespace variance. So just make sure that you always consult the help area as well for further understanding on how a specific question might be working in terms of scoring. So I hope that you have enjoyed this brief video around how the KnowledgeSmart scoring system works. If you do need additional assistance, please feel free to reach out to us at our support help desk, support.knowledgesmart.net.